Central Coast, there's different outdoor events that happen, and they're always looking for live music. So, you know, people will play in cover bands because, you know, when people are drinking, people get down to that. People are looking for Americana shit, you know, folky stuff, because it goes with the environment, you know, if you're at a winery, whatnot. But it just clicked for me one day after always trying to form a band where it was always original music. I didn't want to play no covers. I mean, there's cool, you could, that's a whole canvas in itself. You could choose whatever covers you want. Like, you can really dig and pick out a cool cover. You don't got to just do pop songs that the average person will recognize. You could pick out some cool covers and then see if the people that are listening, see who are the smart ones in the audience and actually can catch those covers. I always was in bands that I had a strong passion of making sure that it was original music, and that's what I've always done. I still am on that, because there's something about originality that's from the soul and that I'm always going to be about. But this time I don't want to sing. I just want to jam and form a band that can always meet up, and we can always jam out something, you know, and start creating a set that way. Because on the Central Coast, that's perfect for a bar, because it's atmospheric. Instrumental bands, when you don't have the singing aspect, people don't have to stare at you. They don't have to like look at you and see the singer and, you know, feed off of the energy of the singer. It's the music you're making is creating an atmosphere. And the deeper thing that I want to get into, because this isn't just about, oh yeah, this is some personal shit I just want to start. No, this is how I see the future, and I'm trying to be the example of how I see the future and how talented people can integrate this into the future. Because you don't have to go to college and learn jazz to jam. You don't have to. You can jam to how you feel. It doesn't have to be that complex. What makes a good jam band is the connection of the individual personalities. And when I jam with people, I don't look for specific personalities. It's just it's more organic than that. I just see, like, I see how that moment when you just start jamming, I just see how it clicks. That's all I go off of. But there's a lot of people with talent, and the more people can start, instead of like trying to put themselves in a box and be like, yeah, I'm a musician, I want to form a band, because musicians put themselves in a box. They pertain to certain genres. They play certain covers to how they think will have good reactions. They're always thinking of some crowd. And really, that's really nebulous. Like, the crowd is almost like a psychological thing. The crowd will be whatever you want it to be, if you really think about it. And that's what I'm talking about, because my plan is to, and this will happen soon, and eventually on this YouTube page, which I'm not going for views. I don't even know who the fuck I'm talking to. I'm just talking because, you know, it's a chakra thing. I gotta let it out. But the type of music that I want to play is instrumental. You just create a set instrumentally and you jam it out, so that you mess with different musical concepts, musical feelings, and you create a whole array of songs. And when you go out and play them at bars, it goes over good, because it's like instrumental music is perfect for party settings. People can talk over it, you know, and you create the songs so that people get hyped, or you can create songs so people can mellow out. You can design the set however you want, because it's instrumental. You're not self-serving. You're not like trying to make it. And that's where something has changed in me. I'm not trying to make it. I was trying to make it. and it affected my friendships of good talented friends I've had. And I'm not about that. I'm not trying to make it. Now I'm just trying to use my skills to create a positive environment of how I feel like I can artistically affect people when they're just trying to have a good time. And you know what? It's deeper than that, because I feel like a lot of people can contribute to that sort of a movement, and I feel like it is the future, and that's what I'm going to be a part of. I'm setting the example, because it's all fine and dandy to create songs and utilize like vocals and stuff, but there is an element to jamming that is so important. It's so important because there's no playbook on it. If jazz heads meet up and they want to put their jazz stank on it, go for it. If rock heads meet up and they want to put their stank on it, go for it. If funk heads meet up and they want to put their stank on it, go for it. If you're experimental and your sound can't be put in a box, go for it. What I like is that, you know, mix it all together. Like, let's break the goddamn barriers. Let's break the artistic barriers. Scientists say that we're using 10% of our brain. Ha 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 ha. Let's fucking break that. Let's go all the way, baby. 100%. Ah? Nah. Nah. See, I'm getting turned. Just talking about my own bullshit. I'm just messing with you. All I'm saying is that like, yo, we're programmed to worry about the future. I worried about the future. Like, and then when you have talent, that's from your soul. And everybody that is a smart person, the conundrum is that you want to integrate what you're good at with your career to survive. And, you know, there is a more humbling factor. Like, we need to think more, we need to think less selfishly. And I'm talking, this blog, I'm specifically talking to musicians. Like, oh, I see the pole. Is that the pole? Yeah, I see the pole. Because I'm talking on my phone. Okay, we're good. We good. I think this is what I'm talking about is the future. Is this jam movement. You know, when people, like, 60s, it created something new. So did the 5th. Rock and roll, like, we always create something new. We're at a state right now where there's different things that people are messing around with. You know, hip-hop is messing around with mumble rap and just flexing. Just like, you know, fuck meaning. Like, yo, just take it easy, we're flexing. Yeah. You know, it doesn't even matter what we say, we just flexing. Yeah, drink Patron, steal your girl. Yeah, we flexing. Or, you know, like, there was indie music, and there's all kinds of stuff happening, like, as far as genre goes. But as far as like this overwhelming connecting thing where it's like a boost and we're creating something new, it's gonna happen. And it always happens when people start jamming like that. That's how the 60s were. Like, it was building up. Like, we had rock and roll, we had jazz, we had all kinds of stuff, but people were taking drugs in the 60s, and they just started fucking jamming. And it opened something up. And that's, like, you know, and then we went back to the 70s where you know, not COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO, like, they took a bunch of people out. That's the way it is. Y'all need to know that. And it changed things. And so then the 70s came around and people were more towards, like, yeah, we're creating this unit, we're creating songs, we're creating, like, you know, we're going towards you know, forming these, like, bands that you know, you can be like, wow, they're the best at this, and you could yada yada bing. And it wasn't necessarily about that free-form jam. It was about this skilled kind of a jam. 60s was this free-form jam. What happened after the 70s, towards the end of the 70s, is it kind of went back to that. People were kind of sick of this skilled bullshit. Let's go, mama. Come on, y'all. And the punks came along. And hip-hop. And it was like, you know what, we're just fucking doing it. We're just fucking doing it. And, like, point is that that's what I'm trying to say, is that people think inside of a box, and we're told that you can't do this. You can't, you need to go to jazz school. No. This is, I'm telling you, this is the future, is this jam. To jam. To meet up with some friends and jam, and be responsible and be like, you know what, let's do this once a week. Let's see where it goes. Y'all get better at it. You all start making noises that you didn't expect. You'll start making, you know, tunes and stuff that are cool. It starts awakening things, and then you got a full band going, and it's all about the jam. It's not about that stupid band politics that musical cities like Austin, Texas are stuck on. Like, this is my band, I'm the lead singer, yada yada. Fuck band politics, man. Equality, that's the jam. When people can start just jamming like that on that level, it's way more primordial. And the point is that even though it's that primordial spirit, in this day and age, and especially where I live on the Central Coast, but just anywhere, start booking shows, start making money on the side. And then when people hear your shit, it's like you're not playing cover songs, you're not catering, you're not putting yourself in a box, you're letting your soul talent fly. You want to mix a little bit of gypsy sounds, you little funk, do whatever you want. Like, it's about the jam. And then when people start hearing that live, it's like, you know what, this is what I want to party to, because y'all are digging it. If you dig it, that's the most important thing. But I think we're in a state where people don't even know what they like. We don't even know what we like as a whole. We're in a state where we're trying to refine that out, and it's inside of us. And musically, as far as bands go, because that's what I know, it's about the jam. It's about the jam. And it's not about how good you are at jamming. It's about how you individually like to jam. And I know how I like to jam. And this is coming from somebody that's always had that frontman ego, because, you know, more or less I was good at it. I was good at the frontman thing, at leading a band, and like, it's not about that for me anymore. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the format. In fact, for some people, it's easy. It's easy to say, you know what, you'll be the frontman, I can put my own licks and stank on it, and I'm not about that anymore. I want to jam. So that's my plan. I'm just sharing it with y'all. You know? That's what's gonna happen. That's what's relevant in my life. Like, my plan is to first, you know, solidify this job situation. I just got back to the Central Coast. After living in San Diego and after living in Austin, after this solid job situation is held down, you know, I got a kid on the way in a few months. I want this kid to experience music. Just like my dad was always an artist my whole life, and I got to see that, and I got to, you know, just learn that growing up, that artistic aspect, because that's what my dad did. You know, I'm still on that art level. You know, my kid's still gonna do his own thing, but as far as like, I want the kid to be able to like see their dad play, you know, music with a band at some outdoor event, and be like, wow, you know, that's a thing. That's a needed thing. You know, people need music. We are electrical people. You know, we are creatures that operate off of sound. And like, you know what? Like, you don't need much. You got to invest in the musical equipment. But what you need is that desire to pull that